champions, champions of Europe finally. History made in Istanbul. The treble complete.
History makers. For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Hello Blues, welcome back to Typical City. We got a bit of Premier League football to look forward to today. Fulham at Manchester City's ground, the Etihad Stadium. Surely we're getting 3 points today. That's what I want to see more than anything today. The performance, I very much want to see a convincing performance as well. Let's change the narrative. That was my preview. I do feel like there's a lot of negativity around City right now and a lot of hopeful headlines surrounding Arsenal and Liverpool as well, who've picked up 3 points today, so the pressure is on. They're 4 points clear, Liverpool, as it stands right now, so we need to claw that gap back. It's a very doable game, Fulham. We've got an unbelievable record recently, having won our last 16 games against them, of course, which is absolutely ridiculous. That is an English football history record. No team has won 16 games against the same opponent ever. So Manchester City doing pretty well against Fulham. But I remember a spell back in the day, back in 2003, 2002 sort of years, against Roy Hodgson's Fulham. We used to struggle. We used to go 2-0 up and lose the game 3-2. You know, Jimmy Bullard and Bobby Zamora, those players. Americans watching Clint Dempsey as well. He was playing for Fulham as well. I'm sure he scored at the Etihad as well. But yeah, no, I'm just watching on Peacock right now. So anyone who's asking, I saw it being asked in the chat just before I clicked go live. I saw you asking where I'm watching the game. I'm watching it on Peacock, which is where a lot of you will be watching it in the US. I didn't know that on Peacock, by the way, they display the Etihad Stadium. So I've got a little screen up here for the Arsenal game. I'm hoping this just springs into life and Manchester City appear on my screen. I'm praying that happens. Maybe if I click the play button, will that happen? I don't know, but it's not happening for me right now. Hopefully the game comes to life in a second, because if not, we're trouble. Oh, good, the Arsenal game's on. That's not what I wanted at all, but the Arsenal game's there. But the funny thing is, even Arsenal fans or any rival fan that clicks on their game for Arsenal game. So I've got the Arsenal game, and even the Arsenal fans have to sit there while waiting for their game to come live and look at a picture of the Etihad, and it says at the bottom, enjoy a view of the City of Manchester Stadium. First of all, it's the Etihad Stadium. And secondly, home of the 23-24 champions. A little reminder to Arsenal fans who've got to tune in on Peacock. But yeah, this game has not come onto my screen right now, so I'm hoping that changes shortly. So if I'm a bit unprofessional right now trying to get it working, but Peacock has got the Arsenal game working. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. So it didn't like that. You're going to have to bear with me, Blues, because I'm not watching the Arsenal game if the City game's not working. But I might have to clear my cache, things like that. But how's everyone doing, first of all? Good to see you in the chat. I'll speak to you shortly, because I think the most important thing to do here is get the game up and running. Otherwise, it's not really a watch-along, is it? Right, there we go. That's movement. There's footage happening on the screen right now. So game is on the screen. Good. Piss off with your subtitles. I do not need subtitles. Oof, team news. Interesting. Gone completely against what I wanted in the midfield, as well as in the sides of Manchester City, with two wingers that I've not been that... Well, Bernardo Silva has not impressed me on that right side of the pitch. Whenever he's played there this season, he has impressed me on occasions, and not too many of them, in fairness to him. I would like to see a little bit more from Bernardo Silva in the middle of the pitch, but he's obviously playing out wide today on the right. Grealish on the left, I don't have a problem with that. He's been playing well lately, Grealish. He's been one of our better players lately. Kate got the assist away at St James's Park with a lovely play, linking up with Gvardiol. Hopefully we can see more of that again against Fulham today, because we've got both of those players on the same side of the pitch again. I'm excited for the game, but I'm a little concerned about Gundogan as well, because he's not been in great form. I thought he scored the goal against Bratislava, but against Bratislava, you know, so you got to take it with a pinch of salt, haven't you? When you're scoring goals against Bratislava, you know, you're going up against part-time plumbers, mate. This is Premier League opposition. and an opposition that sits 3 points behind Manchester City. So if they win the game 5-0 today, very unlikely, if Fulham win the game 5-0, they will leapfrog Manchester City. So let's take Fulham seriously, because they are within grasping distance of Manchester City. So 3 points behind, that just goes to show what I was stressing in my preview, that they've got off to a really good start. 11 points from 18 is really, really good. But yeah, anyway, good to see you, Church. Merlag was in here nice and early as well. Good to see you, mate. Church with his traditional 6-0 prediction. Oh, mate, one of these days it's gonna go mental in this room when it's 6-0, and it's the whole stream's gonna be dedicated to you, mate, because of your persistence with 6-0. Mabvuto, good to see you, mate. 3-1 you've gone for. James, good to see you as well, mate. Jaden seems like he's got a new keyboard. There's Jaden's new keyboard, just finding out how it works. There we go. Well done, Jaden. Hope you got it working, mate. SVG BNG, good to see it. Start a long winning streak. I will go 3-1 because we just cannot keep a clean sheet. Yeah, we've been pretty poop, haven't we? Pretty poop in the defensive department. Well, we kept a clean sheet against Bratislava, but yeah, like I said, Bratislava, mate. Big M with the 3-1. Kaylan with the 4-2. Michael with the 4-0. Ryan, this is going to be a good game. I hope you're right, mate. I feel like it will be, and not in a good way. Like, not in City have dominated 4-0. I hope that's the case. I feel like Fulham will be in it. So from a neutral's perspective, I feel like, yes, it will be a good game. But from a City fan's point of view, I'm not sure how much we're going to dominate this game. I feel like we'll keep the ball. I think the fact that the team selection from Fulham is interesting as well. No Emile Smith-Rowe, and I'll get onto that shortly as well. Clearly trying to plug up the midfield, so maybe not quite as forthright. It's sensible. You can't really expect much more from a side like Fulham to come to the Etihad. He's clearly dropped Emile Smith-Rowe because it's like, I need players. I need that midfield to be plugged up with defensive-minded midfielders, and you've got that now with, in particular with Sasa Lukic and Sander Berge, formerly of Burnley of last season as well. So he's a new signing for Fulham, and he's not really had too many minutes. Today he gets minutes at the Etihad. Ander Pereira, I imagine, will be that link between attack and defence in this game. But also very good defensively. So 3 midfielders in Fulham that Manchester City might have a little bit of problems getting around. Their fullbacks like to get forward, so that'll be interesting to see how often that happens. I doubt very often, but picking their moments. Adama Traore on the counter-attack. It's not good. Not good at all. He scares the life out of me. If we can force him wide and make him cross the ball, we might have a bit of hope. But if he starts veering towards that goal, it's dangerous. He's a dangerous player. Even though his end product, is not there. He reminds me of Doku in a lot of ways, but I feel like Doku's end product is better. But he plays with better players, so it should be better than Adama Traore, who plays in a Fulham side. But he was at Barcelona not too long ago, was he, Adama Traore? So I mean, obviously there's people out there that think very highly of him, but now he's at Fulham. Captain Kringles, good to see you. Bam Bam. Nix has gone 3-0 City. Good to see you, Douglas, and it is good to see you back. And it is great to be a Blue. You as well, Phil. How you doing, mate? Icechem, my prediction's 2-0 City. And Haaland and Foden. I think that's the common prediction nowadays. Haaland and Foden, surely. Foden needs to get off and running, like Premier League-wise, good performance. I'm expecting big things from Foden today, I'm not going to lie. I really want to see him step it up a notch, because we're past the... he was missing at the start of the season, came back from the Euros a bit later than everybody else, had an illness. We're past that. He's played 3 games of football in the last 2 weeks at least, maybe 4. Some substitute appearances, but we're past that now. It's time to get serious and step your game up, because we need to see more from Phil Foden. And it's not like I'm having a pop at him or anything. I just feel like we need him. We absolutely need him. And without a Phil Foden firing on all cylinders, with Kevin De Bruyne, who goes missing for big chunks of the season due to injury, every season we miss De Bruyne for 3 or 4 weeks. So Phil Foden, the responsibilities very much lands on his shoulders, and we need him. And if he doesn't fire, then good luck for the rest of the season, lads, because without Phil Foden firing, with De Bruyne injured, Rodri's out, it's a midfield that starts to look a bit flaky. So we really, really need Phil Foden to step it up a notch today. The predicted Peacock team has gone with Bernardo Silva, right centre midfielder, Gundogan in the middle, Kovacic on the left of a back three in the midfield, Foden on the right wing, Grealish on the left wing. I can't be that. Surely it can't be that. But anyway, Eddie, Lucian, good to see you, mate. I hope you're not feeling too sad. I know you were feeling a bit down in the last stream, or you didn't make it to the last stream because you weren't feeling up to it, mate. I hope you're feeling good now, buddy. Ben, good to see you, mate. Sean, as always, good to see you from the US. Scout 2 Pers gone for 4-1. Jan, good to see you, Jan. And Adam as well. Bish Bosh. That's Peacock, mate, that's right, but not in the UK unless you can get a VPN, thanks to Jeff, who I'm hoping to see in the chat at some point, as a lot of other names as well, that I won't be able to get to all of them, unfortunately, but good to see you guys. I can see and I hope to speak to you at some point during this stream, but I've got to make sure I start the game in time. But what do you think of the team blues? What do you think of the wide players, the likes of Silva and Jack Grealish, who are likely going to be hugging the touchlines for Manchester City today? Are you happy with that? I feel like there's a lot of City fans out there that are okay with it, you know, and I feel like some are desperate to see Doku and Savinho, and I really thought we would. I really did think we would. Winks, thank you very much for becoming a member, getting in early with a membership there, Winks. Absolutely love that, my friend. Thank you very much, and you've gone for the Legend membership as well. That is really appreciated, mate. Your support will go a long way. Thank you very much. So feel free to use the emojis that you now have access to. Enjoy. Isa, good to see you. I'd really like to see us properly using width and stretching the opposition more. Haven't quite done it to the standards we set. I agree, mate. And these two wingers are not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to stretch them. They're going to invert, which means I think we're going to see a lot of Josko Gvardiol playing as a centre forward today. I think we're going to see a lot more of that, which... it's incredibly risky because you put Adama Traore on the other side, on the same side of the pitch as Gvardiol and Grealish, and you send Gvardiol forward with Adama Traore chilling in that hole, waiting for that ball to be given up. That is a risky manoeuvre, a risky manoeuvre. It really is. But game's about to get underway. Big up to Jeff, who's not in the chat, for making this stream possible once again. Fulham are going to get us underway. Waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. And he does. But Fulham take the time. But yeah, and we're off. Come on, City. Oh, Fulham in their red and slightly black kit. What colour is striped, isn't it? A bit like the old school City kit. Hey, my lad's there today as well, by the way. My son is at the game right now. Good luck to my lad watching the game. That's the second game he's gone to. I took him to his first game last season. No, sorry, 2 seasons ago, so he hasn't been. His first game was Bournemouth at home, the first home game of the treble-winning season. Ball's broken to Bernardo Silva. So he was a good luck charm, wasn't he? Like, first game, and we won, scored 4, and we won the treble that season. So ball over the top, one for Iwobi to chase there, but it's gone through to Edison. Keeping an eye on the Southampton game as well. Arsenal versus Southampton. I mean, I don't know why I've put it on, really. It's just just a little glimmer of hope that I'm like, come on, Southampton, 0-0 or something like that. Something like that would be nice. Can't see it happening. I think Southampton are going to get absolutely battered. Because they've been poor this season. Really poor. City knocking it around at the back. Gvardiol in that back three, not coming forward much so far, but he's passed it forward and he chases his own pass, gets himself into that left back position, which good. Stay there, mate. Just don't come forward. I love seeing him forward when he's scoring goals. Don't get me wrong. It's just the other way. You know, it's just I'd rather 3 at the back. We don't need to send everyone forward. Great ball by Diaz through the middle into Haaland. It's ended up balls fed through to Haaland, but he's not going to get a shot away there. But his cross is blocked. Corner ball. Good start from City. Looking a bit tasty. Anderson gets in the way of Haaland's attempted cross there. Corner ball. Cheers, Douglas. Thanks, mate. Yeah, he's not had a good day. Let's hope it gets better because he had a game this morning. They lost 15-3 this morning, so he's not had a good day. Ball in. Oh, who was that? Akanji. It's going to break to Bernardo. No, it's not. It's a free kick, though. Akanji's committed a foul right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Yeah, my son, I felt bad for him this morning, man. It was 15-3. My lad's team's gone up a league, and they're playing teams that are like much, much better than the standard they were used to the season before. They're conceding 15 goals, mate. That's ridiculous. It's totally like not fair at all. But anyway, he's at the game today. Oh, sloppy ball there from Leno. He's given to Bernardo Silva. Ball into the box. It breaks to Gundogan, and Gundogan puts it wide. It was a good effort from Gundogan. It's not a horrible effort. He drills it with the left foot volley on the first time, and it skims across the deck and goes just wide of the mark. It was a terrible ball from Bernd Leno into Bernardo Silva, who tries to feed Haaland quickly by getting it into him. The ball bounces off between Foden and Haaland. Neither of them can bring it under control. It breaks to Gundogan on the edge of the area, and his left foot volley just skims off the deck and wide of the post. Rico's in midfield alongside Kovacic. And then Grealish, Isa, mate. Grealish is very, very wide right now. Loving it. 1-2 with Haaland and Foden. Brilliant. Haaland shot. Oh, he's gone just wide again. Almost the same distance wide of the mark as it was for Gundogan. Oh, mate. That was a good move, though. Lovely layoff by Haaland. And he gets on his bike and looks for the ball back to him from Foden. Oh, and has he saved that, Bernd Leno? It looks like it's got a little fingertip on it. Maybe not. Looks like a goal kick. Have a better view from here now. It's gone goal kick. But yeah, good pressure from City early on. I agree, Roy. Playing well so far. Got 2 chances to speak of within 3 minutes, which is promising for City, but the scoreline is still 0-0. We've got to make sure we hit the target on the next one. At least work the goalkeeper now, because we've had 2 sighters. Sloppy from Robinson giving the ball away. And Foden's giving it away there. It's equally sloppy. Ruben Diaz not using his strength against... Eventually sort of gets it away. Gvardiol tries to help him out, and he's not really got rid of it either. Between Raul Jimenez and Ruben Diaz, he was losing that battle then. Raul Jimenez was backing into him. Ooh, giving it a bit of that. I've given the chair some of that, you know. Have that, your chair. I can hear the cries in the chat, like, oh, how's he doing that to the chair? Have some of that. But yeah, Ruben Diaz eventually got rid of the ball there. Grealish. Bam Bam wants a clean sheet. I'd love a clean sheet, but I mean, not if it's 0-0. I wouldn't. I would like a couple of goals from City as well, of course. I'm sure you would. Ball's broken to Rico. Whole free kick, ref! Fucking get your whistle in your mouth, mate. Come on. He didn't want to give that. He had no choice in the end, but he did not want to give that. Who's this ref? I've seen him before. I've got a bad memory of this ref. He's a clown. I've got a bad feeling about him. I've seen him ref games before, and he loses control of games, this referee does. Seen it before. Big up, Jeff. Come on, City. Need a win today. I expect 4-1. Haaland brace, Foden and Lewis goals. Also, please wish my wife and I a happy anniversary. 5 years. Happy anniversary to Jeff. Big up to Jeff, who, without him, I've already said it, Jeff, you've only just joined, but I've already said without you, mate, this stream would not be possible. And... happy anniversary to the both of you. Enjoy yourselves for whatever plans you've got for this weekend, mate. Watching City's the first plan. What an excellent start to the anniversary. Let's hope we can cap it off with 3 points. Arsenal are in. Is that a penalty? Oh, he's given a goal kick. Raheem Sterling wants a penalty. I don't think he's getting one, though. Anyway, free kick to City. Haaland, of all people, is standing above this, thinking about having a shot. Haaland taking the free kick. Could we about to see it? It looks like it's going to be Gundogan, though. Surely this is Gundogan with a little dinky, whipped right foot effort. But it's Haaland, and it's clipped off the bottom of the wall. Went for it hard and low. I think that's you done with free kicks for the forever, mate, to be honest. Because, yeah, I wasn't expecting to see Haaland take that free kick, I must admit. But anyway, City still got the ball. Kovacic. Out to Ruben Diaz. Don't forget to hit the like button, Blues, if you haven't already. Please do. Helps massively with the stream and the algorithm and all that YouTube bollocks jargon that, I mean, I wish I didn't have to say it, but I do. Haaland tried to nod it into Gundogan's path, but didn't come off. Ball down the line there for nobody to chase except Ruben Diaz. So, I mean, if Fulham want to mount a counter-attack, they're going to have to do better than that. Looks like Adama Traore's on the left, actually, at the minute right now, and Iwobi's worked himself over to the right. So you've got Adama Traore with a Kanji, and I'm happier with that. Because Gvardiol's the more likeliest to have the tendency to get forward. Akanji doesn't really, not in this system anyway. So Adama Traore is the biggest threat, you know, in terms of carrying the ball. Ball into Gundo, 1-2 with Gvardiol. It's simple football, but it's very effective. Haaland, right foot effort, and it's just into the hands of Bernd Leno. I asked for the third effort to be on target, and it was, but it was a bit of a trickler. No way is someone called Jonny's chair. Just who the fuck is that? And there's literally a picture of it as well. Like, whoever you are an absolute legend. And no, a double elbow. Have some of that. Fucking bastards. Oh, this is excellent. To see my little chair, it's got a little emoji. Little circle with my chair, and I love to see it. An account, and a burner account just for my chair. I love it. People will think I've made that, probably. I haven't, don't worry. And Jan with a gifted membership. Thank you very much, Jan. Really, really appreciated it. And Nickdo gets it. Cheers, Jan. Very much appreciated. Your support's fantastic, Jan. It really is. I love it. Thank you so much, Jan. Big up Section 20. Good to see you, mate. It is a thing, isn't it? It's just a thing now. But, yeah, City dominating so far. It's been good. I'm buzzing to see my own chair in the chat. Sent me £2 to not get GBH. Getting assaulted. Fulham have got the ball. First opportunity there. Fed into the channel, but it's well over hit. Fulham have got to do better if they want to mount a counter-attack against City here, because there's been 2 hopeful balls into the channels from Haaland's in, is he? No, he went too quick there, to be honest. A little dink, little volleyed lob pass there from Phil Foden looking for Haaland, and Haaland was almost too quick. He had to turn around to see where the ball was gone. I think he was hoping it to come a bit further over. And Gvardiol's committed a foul there. Third time Fulham have just gone long down that channel. This is the game, lads. This is the game. This is what we're watching now. It's going to be City dominating. As soon as Fulham get the ball, they're just going to be dinking it into the wide channels. And that we've seen it 3 times so far, and it's been poor distribution from Fulham from the first 2. This one was something to chase for Raul Jimenez there, and he got involved in a little tussle with Gvardiol, and he wins a free kick, which gets Fulham up the pitch. City got a free kick to defend, but Fulham send what? Raul Jimenez has gone forward. City have got 9 men behind them, 10 men behind the ball now. And they go back to their goalkeeper. I'm surprised at Fulham, I must admit, I'm surprised. But I'll take it. It means we have a better chance of winning this game, but we've got to be careful still. Here comes Anthony Robinson. Ball over the top again. No one there to collect it all the way through to Ederson. It's been good from City so far. We've been quite aggressive with our passes. The passes that are breaking the lines, breaking the midfield, that Fulham have got in pretty narrow shape in that midfield. They've been finding ways through it, City. We haven't had to go round it yet, which is good. We've been able to go through it, and it's poor from Akanji. He's given away a sloppy ball here. Ander Pereira, he's got man over here. Iwobi gets involved in the attack. Got Gvardiol to beat. The shot is blocked and out for a corner ball. And Manuel Akanji with a really sloppy ball into Kovacic there. Kovacic outstretched, trying to save the pass from being a bad one. Couldn't do it. Breaks to Ander Pereira, and then Fulham spring a few men forward. Gets it into Iwobi, and the shot's blocked by Gvardiol eventually. It's corner ball, so cut that out. Cut that out. Manuel. corner ball to defend, and we've not been great on corners lately, have we? I mean, the Arsenal game was obviously Arsenal's threat. That's their biggest threat. But it was woeful defending. It really was. Hopefully Fulham don't have that same threat, but it's a ball in from Ander Pereira. It meets the head of Raul Jimenez, but he didn't get it towards the goal. Rico Lewis sends Gvardiol forward down the right wing. Still got it, Gvardiol. Oh, that's sensational from Gvardiol. The awareness. He had 3 Fulham players around him then. The awareness to recognise he's on his own, to turn around into Fulham players with his right foot, his weaker foot, just spins it round, gets the ball back, doesn't come forward with it, but he keeps the ball most importantly, and that's brilliant from Gvardiol. Really, really good. I mean, who else, mate? Pops. Where do you want him to play? And if he's not going to play as a 6, who is going to play as our 6 today? We've got Rico in there. He's actually a bit more advanced, to be honest. This is looking more like the system we saw against Chelsea. Who remembers that? First game of the season. Where we could see Gundogan drift out wide a little bit more today. Because we've seen Rico. It's like a diamond a little bit. You've got Kovacic sitting. You've got Rico on the right side of the diamond. Gundo on the left side of the diamond. And Foden in the middle. A little bit more advanced than Gundo and Rico. So it's a bit of a diamond in the midfield we've got today. Which it worked against Chelsea brilliantly, but it was very versatile. That's the thing. It was a versatile diamond. Bernardo Silva with the ball. Down to the byline for Rico. Rico across the face of goal, and it's cleared by Calvin Bassey. Out for a corner ball to Manchester City. Good from City. Overall good. We've had moments of defending to do as well, and the corner was dealt with reasonably well. Gvardiol blocked the shot from Iwobi before the corner. Just the Manuel Akanji pass is the only thing I can pick on. And I don't want to pick on things, but so far it's been a pretty near-perfect performance, barring a goal. We could have a chance here, though. Header, Haaland, and it's saved by Bernd Leno. An easy one, to be honest, because it was a bit of a loopy header from Haaland, but... Don't forget to hit the likes, Blues. If you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and if you're interested in becoming a member, that link is in the description. But yeah, City have got a decent press today as well. Fulham have broken out here. Akanji, though, steps in, wins the ball. Brilliant interception from Akanji. Really good. Gets it into Foden. Lovely little 1-2 as well. Akanji keeps coming forward with it. Sort of down the inside right channel. Bernardo Silva now outside. Gets it back inside to Kovacic. Kovacic driving towards the edge of the area. Out to Gvardiol now. Gvardiol with a Cruyff turn. Further out wide to Akanji. Keeps it going to Bernardo. Bernardo Silva in the area. Dinks it back post, and it's poor from Bernardo Silva because no one was there, mate. You've got to get your head up. No one was there. But City have won. Have they got a corner from that? That was poor clearance there. Opportunity for Iwobi at the back post to chest it, bring it down. No City man near him. But it's still gone out for a corner somehow. But yeah, we need to see some good crosses today, lads, because this... Fulham side, they've got big units in there, you know. They've got the likes of Bassey, who's pretty good in the air. Anderson, who's even better in the air. Ball in from Gundo from the corner. Cleared by Anderson for a corner. Like I said, good in the air. Actually, no, sorry, it was Sander Berg, actually. Also, equally, he's a big guy as well. So they've got big guys. We've only really got Haaland to aim for when it's a cross coming in that's not a corner, without being able to send the defenders forward. But we can now because it's a corner. Gundo ball in, and Leno takes it, looking for a counter-attack. Here Fulham immediately rolls it out to not Anthony Robinson. Ball fed through. Adama Traore's got to chase this, but Rico Lewis, he's lost the ball. It's Adama Traore, and Ederson with a save. One-on-one save. Ederson, big left boot from Ederson. It should be 1-0 to Fulham, and that is what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't. Well, if I can see it, it's fucking clear as day, Blues. I said it in the preview. I've been saying it all game. Watch out for Adama Traore. I mean, there's no need to worry about offside. He's in his own half. Rico Lewis, he's got to do better there, Rico, because it wasn't a case of speed. He actually got in front of him, so keep him there. He lost track of the ball and was more focused on... I mean, it's not Rico's fault that there's a counter-attack happening, but I mean, frustrating. Poor corner from Gundo, straight into the hands of Leno, and they're away they go. But Grealish... into the penalty area, onto his left foot. Another corner for City. Have we just received the warning? Have we just received the warning, lads? Gundo. You got to do better, mate. You can't be dinking it, looping it into Bernd Leno's hands like that, with Adama Traore chilling on the edge of the area, waiting for you to do that, and mounting a counter-attack. Ederson keeping us in the game here. Really? Come on. Frustrating that. One counter-attack and it's the best chance of the game goes to Fulham. We've been dominating. How many times have we seen that this season? Brentford went 1-0 up. Ipswich went 1-0 up. Come on, lads. We got away with that. It's frustrating me, though. Gvardiol. Ball breaks. Kovacic wins it. No, he's going to lose it here. Bassi's got it. Back heel to Adama Traore. He's got to be offside there, surely. Get your flag up, Lino. Get your flag up, Lino. You can't do that. That's bollocks, man. He's so offside there. One of those, is he involved, is he not involved? Come on, Rico, get stuck in, mate. Good, he's won the ball there. Sends Bernardo away. There was a little opportunity there. And Bernardo Silva, mate. Come on. Ander Pereira was about 30 yards offside. The ball was played to him. It was deflected and went through to him. The City players stopped because it's like, yeah, he's offside. But because they stopped, Iwobi carried on and he's therefore onside. So I would argue that, yes, play to the whistle. But I'd also argue the City players stopped. So is he interfering with the play or not, Ander Pereira? Yes, because he made the City players stop. He's that offside, he made them stop. If they make an impact on the game like that, the flag's got to go up. If City players are not behaving like they normally would, assuming he's onside, because he was like so offside, they stopped. But Iwobi carried on. It's just a very grey area in the rule that needs to be cleared up. You know, here's a replay. No, it's not actually. This is the Adama Traore chance. After he very nearly made it 1-0. Ederson drops to his right and actually sticks his left... I think he gets his left knee on it or left shin pad or something on it. Looks like his shin pad. Massive save from Ederson. Massive one-on-one save from Ederson. And he's not been, you know, he's not really known for one-on-one saves, Ederson, whereas Ortega's got a bloody name for it now, hasn't he? He's forever cemented in City's history. It's like, that was a title-winning save, that was. Ball through to Ander Pereira to chase, but Ederson collects it. Yeah, we've got to do better with corners like that, you know. Gundogan with an opportunity to whip it in. And they hit us on the counter-attack. But this is the risk and the reward of the football that we play, unfortunately. We play such aggressive attacking football that we have to accept that we're going to get hit on the counter-attack here and there. But we have to try and prevent it better than just lumping it in from a corner like that and just straight into the keeper's hands. It's infuriating. Ruben Diaz with a fantastic pass. Really good from Ruben Diaz, that ball then. Broke like 2 lines of Fulham then. Gundogan keeps it under control as well. Does well there, Gundogan, to bring that under control because it was fired into him. It's Bernardo Silva now, down the right side. He's going nowhere fast. Goes to Ruben Diaz. You know, free kick to City. Yeah, we got... I don't know why he's playing Bernardo Silva. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't agree with it at all, playing on that right side. It was a couple of step overs from Bernardo Silva and then just passes it back. Like, you know, I want to see just an aggressive play because they didn't even double team him. I feel like if you had Doku on this pitch or Savinho on this pitch, they'd send 2 over. And that's when you pass it because there's a man free because two of the Fulham players are going to be marking Doku or Savinho. But they obviously consider Bernardo Silva a player that's worthy of one Fulham defender, which makes it harder to break down because he's not beating Anthony Robinson. He didn't even try to. Quick free kick taken. Rico's going to dink this back post. Akanji trying to keep it alive. Iwobi boots it clear. Gundo's got to bring this under control in that little patch of the pitch that's bathed in sunshine. Makes it a little bit difficult to see what's going on when the ball breaks into that little area of the pitch, to be honest. But Gvardiol's getting a bit of a tan this morning, or this afternoon rather. Rico out to Josko. Jackie boy. Back to Josko. Rico. City just passing it around a little bit, trying to draw Fulham out of their shape. Bernardo Silva keeps it in play there. Josko's ball sort of went in between Akanji and Bernardo. Another fantastic pass from Ruben Diaz. City going to break with it here. It's broke to Haaland. He's got to cross it in this position. No, gets it across. Bit of confusion between Anderson and Leno, but between the two of them, they actually get the ball clear. And then Tete eventually does get that ball clear. Ruben Diaz has got to get this back to Ederson and does. Ruben's having a great game so far with his passing. Ball in from Kovacic. It's killed Gundogan there, but Gundogan, Tete coming forward. Got to step in. It's got to be stronger, lads. He rode 3 challenges. He just went through you like water. Robinson across the face of goal. Rico's. Oh, Ederson comes out and saves us again. Collecting a loose ball, deflected off Rico, but the ball from Kovacic into Gundogan was a difficult one. But Gundogan did have an opportunity to control it. Doesn't. Fulham break away with it. And then Tete just ghosts past Kovacic. He ghosts past Gundogan. Too easy that in the midfield there. And a cross comes in and Rico gets something on it and Ederson collects it. City have the ball again. But Fulham have started to mount a little bit of a threat in the last 10 minutes. And City's threat has sort of disappeared a little bit. So we need to up our game. First 10 minutes was brilliant. Knocking the ball around nicely. Lovely 1-2s. Opportunities to get shots on goal. And we were taking them. At least, you know, one of them was on target. We've had a free kick. We've probably had about 4 or 5 shots already in this first 25 minutes. Another good pass from Ruben Diaz into Rico. Now Bernardo Silva down the right wing. Is he going to try and beat his man? Edge of the area. It's Kovacic! And it's cleared sort of off the edge of the area. And it's Ruben. It's Gvardiol, actually. I thought Akanji's panicking here. He's got to get back because the ball's been dinked over his head for Adama Traore to chase it. Is he going to keep it in play? And Akanji steps in with a big, beastly tackle that was risky as well, but he wins it. Nailed that there, Akanji. Absolute perfect tackle. Because it was one of those, the ball was in the air. It was one of those where you got to tackle it and get your foot behind it. So it's like a volleyed tackle, if that makes sense. Not easy to get right. Ball to the back post, Gundo, header. Oh, and he's put it wide. Like horribly, horribly wide. Bernardo Silva with a nice little dink ball there. Spots a late run from Gundogan, and he's got to be hitting the target there, Gundogan. Am I being harsh here? It's a great run from Gundogan. He's onside. Great ball from Bernardo. Gundo, mate, you've got to be sending that back across Bernd Leno. He's got to be going for the opposite post. Because the momentum, the keeper's going to be shifting across his goal. So you head that ball back across him like that. The momentum from the keeper, it's going to be hard for him to dive back that way. But he goes for this near post and gets it horribly wrong there, Gundo. But it was a good run from Gundogan. It was a good ball from Bernardo Silva. Still 0-0 with Arsenal and Southampton. Long ball switched here for Anthony Robinson for Fulham to bring under control. Brings it forward into Adama Traore. Sander Berg now out to Tete. Back to Tete. Berger. I'm not hungry, that's his name. I'm not shouting foods that I want. Spaghetti! Brings it forward into Adama Traore. Robinson with a chance to cross. He's gone back post. Raul Jimenez sort of got lucky there. Gvardiol tried to poke it away, but it's still with Fulham. Ball into Raul Jimenez. Oh, back heel crosses. What a fucking goal that was from Fulham. What a fucking goal have I just seen there. What a goal. Oh, fuck's sake, City. I mean, the back heel cross is outrageous. Outrageous. Sloppy from City to be allowing the ball to be bobbling around in our area. We had multiple opportunities to clear the ball. Raul Jimenez's initial control isn't that good, but the ball gets to Iwobi. He then lays it back into, I think it's Raul Jimenez, who somehow, a back-heeled volley cross is absolutely sensational. The awareness, the improvisation from Raul Jimenez here. Oh, that's unbelievable. What a cross into Ander Pereira, and the former rag makes it 1-0 Fulham. We've had warnings, but that cross, mate. What a cross that is. You got to take your hats off to the to the initiative there. The improvisation that he showed to cross that ball there was unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're in a game. Thought this would be the case. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Yeah, we are asleep. We're at the back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to knock too much at City there, because that was one of those moments that you just sort of like go, wow, that was like really clever play from Fulham there. Really quick thinking. But the opportunities before it that's frustrating. We had multiple opportunities to clear the ball. That danger should have been gone by then. Bernardo Silva now. Can we respond straight away, City? Because we're going to need to. This game's going to be grim if we don't. If we get to half-time at 1-0, it's going to be a grim game. That we can still win this. Of course we can. And Grealish, mate, is just giving it away. And they're going to come forward again. Adama Traore, this could be 2-0 here. Fucking 3-on-2. Fulham are 3-on-2 here. Ruben Diaz and Akanji looking after Iwobi. Ball keeps going into Iwobi. And it's across to Adama Traore, and he's missed a fucking sitter. Adama Traore, on the penalty spot, has spooned it over the bar. Sort your act out, City. Sort it out. Jack Grealish at the other end of the pitch with a dog shit pass to Gvardiol, just given away. It's so poor. So poor from Jack Grealish to do that in that situation. And this is what I'm saying. You send Gvardiol forward and then give it away. They just charge down the right side of our pitch with ease. Ball into Iwobi. The dominoes start to tumble in our defence. Akanji's taken out of the game. Sorry, Diaz is taken out of the game. Akanji's got to step across to help Ruben Diaz. That frees up Adama Traore. Iwobi gets the ball, little pass to Adama Traore, and the pressure from City is the only excuse from, I think, Rico, who gets back and just makes his presence known to Adama Traore. But I mean, if I'm Fulham, I'm screaming at Adama Traore. That should be 2-0. It should be 2-0 to Fulham. Ball in from Akanji. Can Foden touch, mate? Fucking touch of a wardrobe there, Foden, mate. Bring it under your spell. Rico with a heavy touch. It's just going to pot, man. 10 minutes in, we were playing good football, and now it's just falling apart in front of our eyes. Just mentally, just like simple 5-yard pass from Grealish a minute ago. A ball for Phil Foden to control that every time he gets that ball last season under his spell, no one gets near it. It's a heavy touch from Phil Foden. They still try to give it us back. Rico Lewis with an opportunity to control it. He can't control it. All in the space of fucking like 2 minutes. Heads have gone. Come on, City. Come on, City. Jackie boy. Need more, mate. Need more. Ruben Diaz has been our best player so far in this game. With stringing passes. Very nice passes. And, I mean, not much he could do about the goal, to be honest. Ball in from Akanji. Oh, I thought that was going to be Haaland to get on the end of it. Foden brings it under. Is he going to win it? Come on, he's bobbling around. It's just, like, frustrating. The touches are just not quite crisp. The passes are a little bit under-hit. Players are having to wait for the ball. Ping those passes around. I want to see the ball fizzing around. It's a slow pass. It's got to be bang. Fire it into them. Look, Gvardiol with a pass to Grealish then. Shit! It's shit! Give him a pass that he can receive, Gvardiol there. Iwobi nearly takes it off him. It's poor. It's poor. You got to fire that pass into him, man. Don't just dribble along the floor. Dangle the carrot for Iwobi to try and win it, and he nearly did. Come on, City. Arsenal are in. It's a corner ball to City, and it looks like a corner ball to Arsenal as well, which normally means 1-0 Arsenal. Can City respond? Gundogan with a big looping free corner ball. It's bubble. It's going to be Kovacic! 1-1! Kovacic rifles it in on the edge of the area. Brilliant from Mateo Kovacic. Waiting on the edge of the area, and City have responded. We needed that because it was getting sloppy. It's getting frustrating. Come on, City. It needs to be better. The ball retention, the passes, they've got to be crisper. And Kovacic on the edge of the area. The ball breaks to him on the edge of the area and he just smashes it. I swear it takes a deflection. I couldn't quite see, but it ends up in the back of the net. Surely this is 1-1, and barring any sort of VAR intervention here, if there's someone offside or something like that, I'm hoping not. Grealish, mate. Grealish, mate, you're offside there, mate. Are they going to say he's interfering with play? Is he in the line of sight of the goalkeeper? No, he's not. Don't bullshit me and give this a VAR and rule it out, because he's offside there, Grealish, mate. Again, an example. Switch on, mate. Recognise the danger there. You're in an offside position. I think it's going to stand. Surely it stands, and it's not going to be chalked off because of Grealish there, but just that's an example. Like there, you should be like getting up with the line, getting out of the way first of all, and getting into a position where you're not offside. This shouldn't even be a question now. He should be. Are we playing on? Yep. Right. Good. 1-1. It's an official goal. Come on, City. Right. We've responded before half time. Now let's get back into the game again. At the Etihad, gone 1-0 down again. But we've responded again. So, I mean, I don't mind if we keep winning them, but it's just we're living dangerously, you know. You can't keep doing this, City, and getting away with it. It's not a long-term plan that will succeed. I'm telling you now. You keep going 1-0 down, you're not going to win the league. Because they will eventually drop points. Akanji, come on, City. From a corner as well. Is that a free kick? No, he's still got it though, Bernardo. Anthony Robinson, he's having no joy, Bernardo Silva. No joy whatsoever down that side against Anthony Robinson. He hasn't even tried to take him on once, Bernardo Silva, in this game. He's not a winger, man. He's a clever little intricate central midfielder. I don't want to see him out there. Gvardiol thought about the shot. Kovacic now, good 30 yards out, gets it into Bernardo. Bernardo Silva with his turn, tries to beat Anthony Robinson, but he's just not got the speed. He knocked it past him. Still there, one-on-one, gets it back to Foden. Foden with the shot, deflected. Rico on the rebound. Rico deflected. Oh, and it's gone up in the air and it's going to be cleared, is it? Adama Traore now. Just hit him. No free kick, the referee says no. Play on. City have won it back. High up the pitch. Ball into Bernardo Silva. Just crosses the line into the penalty box. It's back to Mateo Kovacic. And it's cleared by Calvin Bassey. Gvardiol thinks about the shot. Saved by Leno. And it's a corner ball. We're turning the screw. Really good last couple of 30 seconds there from City. Just really pelting them with opportunities there. Getting Fulham pinned back deep. That was good. Good. Elenis, good to see you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Doku on the left, Savio on the right, and Haaland in the centre. That's the way to go. I am in complete agreement with you there. Although I wouldn't have... I mean, Grealish, VAR looking at something. Been told to look at something here. I'm not hearing anything in my headphones, and that's because I've muted the stream. So, I don't know. Looks like nothing, and we'll play on. Corner ball. What was that for? Thanks, Elenis, for the super chat. Ball in. Another corner for City. Ruben Diaz tried to win it, but it's going to be cleared. Kovacic on the edge of the area this time with his head, and it's broken to Raul Jimenez. He's coming forward. Ball across. You got to win that. You got to win that. Oh, fuck. Oh. Ander Pereira. City have got numbers back now. Surely we defend this. Surely we defend this. Gvardiol nods it clear, but still with Fulham. Raul Jimenez now. Slowing the game down a bit. City have got pretty much everyone back now, bar Haaland, who just joins in the defence for City. So when we get numbers back, I'm not that bothered, because we're a very good side defensively. We don't really concede goals from situations like this. Touch wood. But I mean, situations where we get numbers back, I feel like we're incredibly solid. Like, we're very difficult to break down because we have world-class defenders. Right now we're out of sorts a little bit though, because Gvardiol's playing right back and Rico's playing left back, because the circumstances have fallen that way and they're staying in those positions. So keep switched on until the moment arises where you can actually swap back. But Anthony Robinson coming forward. Gvardiol crosses, blocks the cross, and immediately jogs back to left back to say, get back into your position, Rico. Still with Fulham though. Lukic into Berger. Back to Bassey. Anderson. Jack Grealish with the press. Lukic dinks one over the top. They're getting a lot of joy down this side now. Robinson. Cross comes in. It's gone over everybody, but it's going to be stopped by Iwobi. Edge of the area. It's Raul Jimenez, and it's trickled. It's Raul Jimenez. Still not clear. Foden gets rid, and that was a real opportunity for Fulham there, bobbling around, bit of pinball in the Manchester City area, but We've got to sort this side out, man. This left side, they're coming down the right now. Now I've said that. Iwobi across the face of goal, and Gvardiol gets it clear for a corner. Rico's not having a good game. Positionally, all over the place, Rico Lewis. And I mean, it's not an easy job for him. He's playing in midfield when we have the ball, and being asked to drop into right back when we don't have the ball. It's so difficult for him. So difficult, and he's struggling as a result with Anthony Robinson, who I told you in the preview he would come forward with Tete on the other side as well. We haven't seen much of Tete in truth, but we've seen plenty of Anthony Robinson coming down this left side for Fulham, and he's such a good attacking fullback. We've got to be careful of it because that cross caused problems then. Corner ball for Fulham. Ball at the near post. Good header from Gundogan there to clear the ball. Still 0-0 at the Emirates with Southampton and Arsenal. I think we do. I'm not sure we're screwed. But I do think we need at least one signing in January, and it's not like City to be in that position to need signings. But we've hit a bit of bad luck, unfortunately. We've hit a bit of bad luck. Bish Bosh, thank you very much for the super chat. You didn't say anything, mate, but that's your first super chat. So if you have something you want to say, mate, feel free to say it in the chat, and I'll look for your next chat. Don't feel like you have to super chat it though, mate. Just say what you want to say, and I'll read it out, mate. Because I have a feeling, being your first super chat, that you didn't mean to do that, and you probably wanted to say something. So feel free to say what you want to say, mate, and I'll read it out. But thanks for the super chat, much appreciated. And Phil dropping a membership there as well. Thank you very much. Big up to Phil. Upgraded to legend, mate. Thank you very much. That's the news as of today. I feel like that's a bit of knee-jerk journalism we're seeing there, to be honest. He looks like a good player, but I mean, I feel like that's why that we're being linked with Barella, because he played well the other night against United for Porto. Ball across the face of goal again from Anthony Robinson coming down that side. Rico Lewis not blocking the cross, has an opportunity to defend it this time and doesn't. He's struggling, mate. He's struggling, Rico. And City have got a flat back four now, and this is a clear indication that we're up against it a little bit here, you know. Fulham are knocking it about. They've had the ball for the last 2 or 3 minutes. And surely he's offside. Get your flag up. He does. Sorry, not Barella. Varela, sorry. Not Barella. I was talking about Varela. What's he called? Alan Varela for Porto. That's who we've been linked with today. But Barella, yeah, I would take him in a heartbeat, mate. What a sensational player he is. But you say Inter needs money, but I think they need him more than they need money, because they have no hope of winning the Champions League without him. Elaine is upgrading the membership. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate that support, by the way. 2 of you upgrading your memberships in the stream. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Anyone else want to become a member, feel free to do so. It's in the description. Don't forget to hit the like button as well if you've just joined the stream. And subscribe if you're new for more Manchester City content. It's free, by the way, to do that. You do not have to pay to subscribe. For those that didn't know that. It's an odd term, that, when you think about it, isn't it? Because the term subscribe everywhere else in the world implies you're paying some money. But not on YouTube. What has Kovacic done there? A little flick, that just hopeful flick, and he's nearly sent Adama Traore away. Rico trying to do his best to hold up the play there. Kovacic gets a block in, and Gundo gets it back. For the first time in about 5 minutes, City have got an opportunity to keep the ball a little bit. As much as I'm worried about this game right now, and I don't think we're playing at our best, there's some real moments of quality from Fulham. That goal was unbelievable. The cross was ridiculous. It's still 0-0 at Arsenal, so, you know. But they've been dominating. There've been chances. I've not been telling you about it because I don't want to make it any more miserable. That's it, Bernardo. You've done him. Brilliant from Bernardo. First time he tries to beat him and he beats him. Lovely, clever little flick there from Bernardo Silva. Anthony Robinson overcommitted. Got in the face of Bernardo Silva. He saw it coming. Little dink. Sort of over him and around him at the same time. Chases it. And Anthony Robinson slips, which helps Bernardo Silva. But still, you know, you beat him. Need to see Foden on the ball more. Little glimpses we've seen of him in dangerous areas, and he's not looked terrible, but he's not got enough of it. Jack Grealish beats Iwobi. Left foot cross from Grealish. It's Bernardo Silva at the back post. Oh, it's not a bad effort from Bernardo Silva. He did well to even get anything on it there, Bernardo Silva, because it looked like Bassi was favourite to win that at the back post. And it just nods it back, sort of at the back to where the cross came from, and Haaland was just not big enough, which is, I mean, you can't really complain. You can't ask him to be much bigger, can we, really? Otherwise, he wouldn't look like a normal person. Peter Crouch. Bish Bosh, wondering how much you watch Peacock in the UK. Not that much. I watch for football, really. And you've got to have the payment's got to be made in the US as well. So it's not that easy to just get a VPN anymore and just gain access to Peacock by opening the VPN. I think you need to actually make the payment from a US like PayPal account or bank account. All of it needs to be situated in the UK, so that's half of the battle. But thank you to Jeff for making this possible, because without him, this would not be happening, because he's based in the US and he's given me access to his Peacock, which is why I'm able to stream this with you. So yeah, in the UK, Bish Bosh, mate, you need to see if you've got any friends across the pond. I'm sure there's other ways, by the way. There will be other ways. But this is the best way for me right now. So thank you, Jeff. Cheers, Kaylin. Thank you very much. Very kind words. Oh, Bernardo Silva trying to dink one through there to Foden. Nice little shove there from Bernardo Silva using his physicality. Rico going to get that back, is he? Tried to do a little 1-2 with Foden. The one doesn't come off, but it actually ricocheted off a Fulham player and nearly broke back to him there. Kovacic gets it back out to... I'm not pleased with the passing in this game. The speed of the passing, the tempo of the play is too slow. Foden getting manhandled there by Bassi. Wants the free kick, doesn't get it, but does get a throw. Taken quickly by Bernardo Silva. Rico and Foden and Bernardo Silva down by this right-hand side. Rico's holding up the ball there really well. Foden now goes all the way back to Akanji. He's got Grealish really as an option to go for the diagonal, but the ball's being passed that way instead. Ball out now to Grealish. Back to Josko. Kovacic. Dinked. Back post. Foden's in business if the touch is good, and it's not. He's got to take it with him. The touch gave Anthony Robinson an opportunity to get in there and get something on it. City looking for a quick corner. Fulham have switched off, have they? Only Anthony Robinson is the only player that stayed switched on. Ball to the edge of the area, Rico. And Gvardiol and Grealish between them, they both got out of the way of that cross rather than actually trying to block it. Grealish gets back though and wins a free kick as well. Really good from Grealish there to get back. And not only prevent the counter-attack, Raul Jimenez going down here, holding the back of his hamstring as well, which could be terrible news for Fulham, but great news for us. Having said that, I'm pretty sure they've got Muniz on the bench, who is a very dangerous player, similar player, knows where the goal is. So yeah, I mean, Raul Jimenez is playing really good football lately for Fulham. So he looks all right though, to be fair. He's back on his feet. I think he was hoping for a bit of time wasting there. I think we're going to see the half-time whistle in a minute. And there it is, 1-1. A little bit frustrated, must admit. I feel there were moments of quality from City, but the first half was just... I don't know what... divisive, mate. It was like 10 minutes of quality in the first 10 minutes. I felt like we were good. I thought Ruben Diaz was pulling strings in that midfield, like really good, coming forward and just firing some lovely passes and breaking the Fulham defensive and midfield lines down really, really well. Some of our touches have let our team down. I think Grealish has been okay. One horrible moment from Jack Grealish to give it away that presented Fulham with an opportunity. Arsenal have got a corner, 2 minutes of injury time added on, and it's gone beyond that now. Cleared for another corner. Going to stick with the Arsenal game until it finishes, which is a matter of seconds away, but Arsenal have another corner. Still 0-0 though, Arsenal-Southampton. So at the minute, a very good day for Liverpool as it stands. But yeah, City, we got to do better. We've got to get Haaland involved more. We've got to get Foden involved more. He has got to improve his first touch, because there's been a couple of moments where his first touch has let him down a little bit. I feel like Bernardo Silva is not the right player for this game. I feel like he should not be playing. And that's not because only because he's the position he's in. I feel like if you're going to play him, I'd rather see Bernardo Silva playing where Gundogan's playing. I'd rather see Bernardo there. That's where I feel like he'd be better. But we've got ball in. Ramsdale, former Arsenal goalkeeper, in between the sticks, has kept it out, and it's 0-0. Arsenal and Southampton at half time, and it's 1-1 here. Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff, to be honest. I'm not a fan of seeing it both. I don't mind when it's Grealish, and I don't mind... Silva, I mind more when it's Silva, to be honest. I think Grealish has got a better understanding of what's expected of him on that side of the pitch, but I just feel like he's a bigger, physical, better dribbler, I feel like. He beats the player occasionally. Jack Grealish does, occasionally. And I can't emphasise that enough. It's not often enough for my liking. But Jack's given it away in a moment that was incredibly dangerous. Nearly got Fulham into a 1-0 lead. They eventually did take the lead as well. But yeah, frustrating to see the two players playing in this game. And I'm in complete agreement that I think this is a game for either Doku or Savinho. I feel like Savinho is the nice balance. He's that balance, isn't he? He's that player that he's sort of in between what we've got on the sides of the pitch right now with Grealish. He can hold the ball up like Grealish. I feel like he's got that side to him where he does slow it down like Bernardo and Grealish do. He does have that, but he's got that explosiveness that neither of those two have. Just to ghost past the player and yeah, I'd love to see Savinho in this game. Doku needs a better understanding of when to slow it down and when to speed it up, but that will come with time. You're hoping. An opportunity for that goal again from City, and it's came from a corner, broke out kindly to the edge of the area for Kovacic, who just smashes it, and I think it clips the heel of Anderson. Yeah, it does, and it's a big deflection that sends it into the back of the net for Manchester City. True Blue Tie, good to see you, mate. And Jack as well. Killed Jack as a player, that's why go watch him at Villa. Yeah, mate, what he played at the football, there is a whole clip on YouTube. I haven't seen it recently. If I remember rightly, though, there was a whole montage of Jack Grealish playing for Aston Villa, and it's like, where's that guy? Do you know what I mean? Like, go and, if you haven't seen it already, go and have a look to remind you of what he is capable of. You know, that the one moment that springs to mind is that goal at Old Trafford. Do you remember that? Just like got it on the edge of the area and he just dinks it and just whips it. Like, it's not that quick. It's a whipped dink. You know what I mean? A bit loopy. And it just goes into and drifts into that top corner. Like, what a goal that was. Have we ever seen Jack Grealish hit the top bins like that at Manchester City? It's frustrating. And I do feel like he's forgotten. Like, he's forgotten what it's like to be in the middle of the pitch because he's got so many specific instructions of what to do on the pitch under Pep that's very constrained. His game is boxed in, isn't it? Like, just unleash Jack Grealish a little bit. I'd love to see him like with the leash off, just let him loose on this midfield, doing more dangerous things. I feel like he's a quality player that's capable of better than what we've seen ever. Even his treble-winning season, which was a really good season for Jack Grealish, it was good. I still feel like there's so much more from Jack Grealish. He is the sort of player that I feel like he could go back to Aston Villa. Grealish. I feel like this year he's getting more minutes at City, so maybe that's not the case. I was fearing for him after the signing of Doku and Savinho. I thought we'd see more of them. But Pep has reverted. He signed those two players and he's sticking with Jack Grealish. So you're wondering what the thinking was there in signing these two types of players. Yet there must be a thought process for Pep. It must be thinking about the opposition and what they plan to do, and why Doku and Savinho play certain games and lately together, and then Grealish and Silva play games and lately together. It's interesting. It's interesting and a little bit confusing because I don't know why we've signed these two unbelievable dribbling players to not utilise them more and play them against Watford and Bratislava. But, you know, Jack Grealish didn't start the game against Arsenal, came on and saved us a point with his quick thinking at that corner flag. Really good from Jack Grealish. So we need to see more. We do. Just looking at that Liam Delap goal as well. That was a lovely goal, that, wasn't it? For Ipswich last weekend, that was against Villa, wasn't it? But yeah, I mean, as much as Liam Delap looked promising, I don't think he's at City's level, to be honest. But he looks like a quality signing for Ipswich. It's the sort of signing that could keep Ipswich up. A goal scorer, someone who can find the back of the net easily. Jack is Jack. With all genuine, sincere respect, got a lot of time for him. Villa is not this City team. No, you're absolutely right. And he does deserve respect, Jack Grealish. But yeah, no, it's disappointing to see him being underutilised. I feel like there's more to his game. More to his game than we've ever seen. And I'm reiterating my same point here now, but it is frustrating. It is. Enrico's struggling a bit in this first half. Zachary, yeah, I feel like... I mean, there's not many defenders who can. And asking Rico to. So, yeah, that's the side they've picked. Obviously, I was concerned about Gvardiol going too far forward and putting Adama on that side of the pitch to make the counter-attacking a bit easier for Fulham, utilising the gap that Gvardiol would leave behind. He's not really ventured too far forward in this game, whereas Rico has to for the system. He's got to come into that midfield because it's part of the system, and then the back four becomes a back three. As a result of that, Marco Silva has very cleverly... He's picked Adama Traore, and I'm almost certain Adama Traore has played right wing at least the last 3 games, right wing. But he's put him on the left in this game, and there's a reason for that, and it's because he knew Rico would be in and out of that position with opportunities to dominate him as well, physically dominate him, because he's bigger than him, he's faster than him, and he's certainly stronger than him. And that one-on-one situation where Rico was on top at one moment, that little second where he actually did well, Rico. He got his body in front of Adama Traore, but he was so focused on winning the duel, he forgot about the ball, and he went too far forward, and the ball carried on going that way, and Adama went, all right, mate, you go that way if you want. I'm over to the football. That's what I'm interested in. Gets his shot away, and Edison with a fantastic save. But he's done well enough, Rico, well enough. But, I mean, I fear the worst in the second half for any counter-attacks coming down that side. It's going to be difficult. It really is. But, yeah, I need a pee, as usual. So, enjoy yourselves, everybody. Enjoy yourselves with the chat. And, quite frankly, I'm sick of this chair, so it's got to happen again. It's got to happen again, hasn't it? Ha-ha! Chat to that! Chat to that! Oh! Oh!
Hello? 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 This is the chair speaking. Can anybody hear me? I appear to have a bag over my head. Can anybody hear me? if you can hear me, please call the police, because I'm struggling to breathe. To be honest with you, it smells a lot better than Johnny's arse in this bag. It smells so much better, but I've got to be honest, I'm getting a bit worried. He's a twat anyway, he's a smelly bastard, that Johnny. He really is. Absolutely stinks. He's probably gone for a shit anyway. He's going to come back and wipe his arse on me. I'm sick of it. He tried to do this joke last week as well, didn't he? I forgot to press the play button, the silly twat. Anyway, call the police. Oh, I think he's coming back. Shh, he's coming back. Call the police.
So funny. Oh, I can't itch your ass. You can bloody have it, mate. Sick of it. Sick of this chair. Unbelievable. Yeah. You should have one, to be honest, but you want like one for like a real one, like the actual chair, not a wooden chair. Stuart's popped a few toilet emojis in there as well, which is good. Always enjoy it. Look at them again. It's so hot, man. Like, yeah, I'm off my tits, mate. You don't even know the half of it. This is a tame version of me. I'm hoping in years to come that this channel will blossom into some absolute lunacy. Pure, unadulterated lunacy. You have no idea how mental I actually am yet, by the way. I haven't even started with my mental side yet. I am off the wall, to be honest, lads and lasses, but I need to keep it respectful as well, and remember that my parents could be watching as well. So probably is. My mum's probably watching as well. So yeah. Oh no, Anthony, no. It's not, but that first half was a bit, wasn't it? A little bit. You know, I pressed that once. I asked for one fart. How many do you need? My lad wants it back now, so I keep having to take it off him. Because he's seen me, it's such a typical child thing to do that, isn't it? Like, doesn't want it, and then sees someone else enjoying it. And it's like, oh, God, that looks good, that. I'll have that back. Cheers section. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, please, Blues. Teams are about to come out. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I haven't. I said to him, you can have it when you really want to play with it. And he said, I really want to play with it now. And then he just went out and just ran up and down the hallway with the fart gun, just like absolutely making the most of it, which I found funny. It was like the Bart Simpson scene with the wooden spoon and the frying pan, where it's like, I am so great, I am so great, everybody loves me, I am so great. I love that. My lad is like that, basically. He's literally like that. He is a little Bart Simpson. He's not naughty though, actually. He's just cheeky. What do you mean my own character? You think I'm scripted? I think Goldbridge is scripted, by the way. I do think Mark Goldbridge is pretty scripted. Oh shit, I've not sorted the clock out. And I've got to do this rapido, because the game is about to get underway. Oh, I've done it in time again. Push it every week, I get lucky. And we're off! Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff he says on the streams are funny. His analogies are pretty funny, Mark Goldbridge, but yeah, he's definitely scripted. He's definitely scripted. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Grealish. No changes from either side to speak of. Ball out to Bernardo Silva. Good ball in as well. Well, he was looking for Foden there. It's gone out for a goal kick. Oh, come on, City. Still people... You've got this fucking chair, man. This fucking chair. Still going on about the chair, aren't you? Marco Silva there, not looking too happy, but I mean, should be. If I was him, I'd be very happy with his Fulham side so far. They've done pretty well. Let's hope the second half can change and City can start to dictate to a higher standard as well, because it's not been the best levels from Manchester City, but I do feel like we certainly should be winning the game. I feel like we should be winning the game, and we've got more than enough in the bank for Manchester City now. Here's an opportunity. Foden bringing it forward. Ball into the back post. It's Bernardo Silva lays it down. It's Mateo Kovacic on the edge of the area, and Mateo Kovacic has scored again. It's Kovacic again. This man, Rodri who? Kovacic makes it 2-0, edge of the area. He just whips it into the bottom corner. A lovely layoff by Bernardo Silva after a cross from Phil Foden is found. And it's as simple as that. Manchester City just pulling a few strings, a bit more accuracy, a cross that finds a City shirt, and guess what? It's 2-1. So all it takes, lads, is just a bit of that quality that we know we have. The ball from Foden is intentional as well. He's looking for Bernardo Silva, finds him, and he then can find Kovacic, and Kovacic can find the bottom fucking corner and make it 2-1. It's really, really good football and very simple. It's a lovely finish. Similar technique to the Chelsea goal at Stamford Bridge. It's a very similar technique. Doesn't get it as high as into the goal as he did. Goes for the bottom corner this time. But it's that same whip where he opens his body up, and at this point the keeper doesn't know if he's going that way or that way. So when you open your body like that, this could be gone either way, and he whips it at the near post and makes it 2-1 Manchester City. Buzzing. Linares, watching you for a year. Can we have a segment on the chair for every watch along? Make it your thing, mate. 5 in a row, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if I can get him to... And thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. Really appreciate that. I don't know. I'll have to think. I don't know. How many things can a chair fucking say? I'll just make it my alter ego, shall I? I'll just make it my alternative personality. I mean, we're talking about as if the chair isn't a real thing here. Like, it's like, come on. It's like saying Santa isn't real. He is real. Santa's very real. And this chair's bitching and moaning. You're lucky you live with me, mate. Keep it shut. Enjoy my arse. Kovacic. Nearly gave it away there. Get him off. No. Thanks to that, man. We're 2-1 up. Bloody Mateo Kovacic popping up with 2 vitally important goals. And that news has hopefully just gone round the Etihad Stadium, where it's second half still 0-0. That's going to send a few little shockwaves around there. I fully expect Arsenal to turn the screw and get a 2 or 3, to be honest. But it's still 0-0. And the fact that we've taken the lead is a little psychological dagger in the atmosphere at the Emirates. It'll make them a little bit tense, that will have. Especially if Southampton can make it 1-0, which would be... here we go. Ball over the top for Rico to chase. Nice little 1-2 with Bernardo. Rico down the right wing. He's gone back on himself, though, with a Cruyff turn. Gets it back to Kovacic with a Kovacic does really well there to win that because it wasn't a great ball from Rico, but Kovacic got on the end of it, thankfully. Oh yeah, cheers. Sorry, I saw so many people saying, change the score! It's fucking chair, man. It's too much dominating the conversation. I blame the chair for not doing the score. Grealish has got it back. Gets it to Bernardo. It was a poor pass. He got to Bernardo, but he's got to fire it in, man. He can control it. He's a professional football player. I expect him to control it. Free kick there. Anthony Robinson's snapped Bernardo Silva. Could be looking at a yellow card here, really, because it was a bit nasty. You're wondering if the referee's going to be a bit lenient. There's been no yellow cards so far. I don't think there was any yellow cards against Bratislava, actually. I feel like that, if I remember rightly, there's 0 yellow cards in the whole game, which is pretty rare. And there's been 0 in this game so far. I'm all for that. I just want you want it to be consistent, you know. Piss off, Jen. Oof, 20 quid on City. Brentford and Newcastle all to win with both teams to score. Returns 800 quid. Pray for you. It's a 3-team. City just to win. Brentford and Newcastle to win. Both teams to score. Ball in. Header. Great clearance from Haaland. What's he doing there, man? Just fucking cleared it. Lovely, lovely flicked out. Get that out of the danger zone, Haaland there. I mean, his heading, mate, he's got to improve, hasn't he? Should have scored against Bratislava with a header. A little cross from Nunes was a lovely cross to the back post, and Haaland just... it's a definite... For a guy so big, he doesn't score enough headers. He wins them, but he doesn't get them on target enough, does he? You know, he got one on target in the first half, actually, but it was just like a big loopy header straight into Leno's hands. I feel like there's an opportunity there for Haaland to... that's something we can, like, you know, improve on. Like, legit, like, you know, it's like an area of his game that's important as well. Like, the hold-up play is important. I'm not saying it's not. Just, it's like, you know, asking him to improve his hold-up play is like, it's lower than on the list than heading for me, is what I'm trying to say. In priority of things he needs to improve, heading should be quite high because he's getting a lot of opportunities to score from a header. And he's missing quite a few. But yeah, we can't argue with the amount of shirts. Amount of shirts. I just saw the word shirt. That threw me off. But yeah, original 99 shirt, Johnny, mate. Got 2 of them. We've come a long way since then. This isn't the original. This is the... it's based on the original. It's a It's a mock-up. It's a replica of the original because there's no kappa. Look, there's no kappa here. You know, the 2 little women sat back to back. What a weird logo that is. Do you know what I mean? 2 women sat back to back. It's for a sports company. That's why it's weird. It's not weird that it's women sitting next to each other. That's a very normal thing to happen. Just the silhouette of them for a sports company. It's odd. But anyway, moving on. My lad has actually gone to the game today in the... I think it's, 96 red and black, 96, 97 red and black away shirt for City with Paul Walsh on the back. Who remembers Paul Walsh? It was my shirt. I've given it him because his normal City kit that he had has gone too small for him. I need to get him a new one. Fulham bringing it forward here. This is looking shit. Very shit, in fact. Raul Jimenez onto the edge of the area. And it's a great block by Josko Gvardiol, but so annoying, man, how often this happens. As soon as we lose the ball, like the opposition are just in. 3-on-2 situation. Raul Jimenez on the edge of the area comes inside, and the defence of City, Diaz and Gvardiol, just close the gap on him. Really good from those 2 to not lunge in and pick their moment to get a block in. Really good, but it's how easy they can just turn the game on its head, and just all of a sudden Fulham are in. It scares the life out of me, and it makes me realise how much we need a 3rd goal. Every game we need to be 2 up, or it's like we're not really in control because they can score at any moment, the opposition, it feels like. Ball in from Grealish, over Haaland's head and cleared by Anthony Robinson. That's a foul, surely. Kovacic was just absolutely nailed then by Raul Jimenez in the back. Referee says no. City have still got the ball there, but what's he doing there, the ref? Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you're new. Costs you nothing. And it means the world to me. Foden, edge of the area. Lovely little football here into Foden. Is he going to get on the end of it? Keeps it alive. Pressed by Anthony Robinson, sending him away from goal. Rico. Foden, I mean, how's he still got the ball there? But I mean, surely someone's giving him a man on there. Bernardo Silva. Akanji. I feel like we need a third big time in this game. Big time. Oh, Southampton have fucking scored! Southampton 1, Arsenal 0. Get in! Oh, can you believe it? Gundo. Come on, you saints! Hang on, VAR. They're surrounding the referee, so you're just waiting for it to be ruled out, aren't you now? Raheem Sterling getting caught on the ball. Wants a free kick. If that's what they're going to pull it back for, you can piss off, mate. He's giving it away. Sterling, double agent for Manchester City, getting caught on the ball. And it's 1-0 Southampton unless VAR gets involved. What a finish that was as well, right in the bottom corner. Lovely. But this game is more important than their game. Doesn't matter what they do. As long as we win, well, it does actually, because their scoreline matters, doesn't it? He's onside, surely. Yeah, look, the lines in the grass are telling me he's onside there. So, I mean, they're looking for every reason to rule this out. But it could still be 1-0 Southampton. Don't get too excited, Blues, though, because there is a long time to go for this game for Arsenal to turn it round. Big up, Mullet Daddy. Thank you very much for becoming a Typical City member. Your support is huge. Thank you very much. Devious. Getting happy. Fartata. Kind of ruined the joke by saying it as well, didn't I? I do like doubling down on jokes just to kill it. So it's still 1-0, not ruled out. Playing on. Let's win our game and then we can laugh at Arsenal if they drop points. But as it stands right now, this game is very, very uncomfortable for me because we're dominating, we're playing some reasonable football, but Fulham, they can come forward at any moment, and they're doing that right now. Robinson's just beaten Rico Lewis. He's getting skinned. Gvardiol with a cool-as-you-like chest back. I hate to say it, people, but I would start thinking about bringing Walker on if I were you, like if I was Pep, because we're struggling on the counter-attack. He's got the speed to deal with it, Walker. Who for, though? Because, I mean, I just feel like Rico's struggling. I know people hate Walker, and I'm not as big a hater, and he's certainly not been playing that well lately, but I just feel like this could be a game where his speed could be quite important, you know? Grealish nearly giving it away there. Gvardiol. But that Rico getting done there on the left wing again by Anthony Robinson. He's not had his greatest game, Rico. City a bit static. Only Gundogan really moving, trying to find pockets. Playing a bit of Rondo in midfield. Bernardo Silva now. Foden. Back to Diaz. Great ball into Haaland from Akanji, that was. Haaland holds it up really well, gets it out to Gvardiol with a lovely pass. Gvardiol thinks about the shot, chops it back onto his right foot. Back to Kovacic. Slowed it down though. There's a little opportunity for Gvardiol to have a shot, and I would not have had a problem with him doing that because he's got an absolute cannon of a left foot and he didn't use it. Foden thinks about the shot. Oh, he's not a million miles away. Keeper didn't move much, to be honest, so maybe it wasn't as close as I thought. But on the hour mark, hey, Pep's listened. He's listened. Kyle Walker's coming on. How's about that? It's 1-1. Arsenal have equalised. Fucking hell. Oh well, I wasn't even looking. It's like they're already playing, and it's got 1-1 on the score. I just saw the net ripple from the highlight, from the replay. And this fuck. I would like I said, I wouldn't get too excited about that. Doku's coming on. So is Kyle Walker, which is something I agree with. Havertz as well. Arsenal coming forward here. That's offside though. Surely offside. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, what a bit of defending. Is that Taylor Harwood-Bellis? No, it's not. Still, good bit of defending that. City look like they've got a free kick here. Foul on Foden there from Lukic. That's a nasty one as well. That's got to be a yellow, that. I'm not watching Arsenal anymore. I've got to focus on this game because we've not done our job yet. Who cares what they do? Do your job, City. Come on. They're not on yet, the subs. I think they're leaving them off for whatever reason. But who's coming off then? Surely, I would go Gundogan off. Bernardo Silva into the middle. Rico's looks like he's going to stay on. Kyle Walker's on for Akanji, which is the system that gives Rico a little bit more cover, I think. So I think this makes sense. Akanji's had a lot of minutes lately as well. A lot of football he's played lately. So it's sensible. We can't lose Akanji to an injury or anything like that. So I agree with that. And it's Grealish to come off for Jeremy Doku. Is it Doku or Doku? By the way, I hear people, I occasionally say Doku, but I always say Doku. But yeah, Walker on. I think that makes sense because of the counter-attack. Putting him right centre-back can sort of like help Rico get over there and help him, support him. Doku on for Grealish. Excuse me, I'm not sure what I make of that substitution, to be honest. Ball in from Gundo, cleared by Sanderberg. Rico on the edge of the area, volley from Rico, oh, and it's deflected. And it's going to be, is it a goal kick or a corner? But it was a good effort from Rico. Took a little deflection on the volley. Lovely technique from Rico Lewis, this, because it's coming down from the air, he chests it. And it's one of them, it's hard to get that technique right and keep it down, and he keeps it down really well. And it comes off Haaland, actually. And Haaland sends it wide for a goal kick. Didn't know anything about it, to be honest. He was trying to get out of the way, but it clipped off his shoulder. Would be interesting to know if that went in. Would it have been ruled out for a handball? Because it sort of like clipped off him like there. Wonder what Doku's going to bring to the game. Fulham coming forward. Oh God, come on, City. Down that side. There's Walker for the cover. Doesn't help though, because he tried, but that's the intention there. Rico was done. He was done. And Kyle Walker was there trying to prop him up. Couldn't block the cross, but it's better than what was happening before, where it was a one-on-one situation with Anthony Robinson and Rico. It was a matter of time before they get some success down that left-hand side. And Kyle Walker's there to... I don't want to patronise Rico Lewis and say the word babysit him, but almost. Do you know what I mean? It's a very condescending term, that, isn't it? But I don't really think he's there to babysit him, to help him in this situation. But Fulham still got the ball. Tete. Haaland with an opportunity to bring it forward. Gets it inside to Foden. Foden steps past Calvin Bassey, and that's a yellow card, referee! He's just holding his hips, yeah, and he accepts it. Referee pops out the yellow card. Come on, Haaland, we need to get a goal from the big man. A big Haaland goal. 3-1. I think this game can be considered pretty much won at 3-1. It's just at this stage it gives so much hope to Fulham at 2-1. And I'm surprised at how aggressive they're being. I mean, normally teams, even when they go 1-0 down or 2-1 down, they still don't come out because they know they're going to get an opportunity later in the game. With 25 minutes to go, they're coming forward, you know, in reasonable amount of numbers. And they've sent on the attacking creativity as well. They've taken off Pereira and Berger and brought on Kearney and Emile Smith-Rowe. So you're hoping that narrative doesn't come true. Former Arsenal player sinks Manchester City. Bollocks to that. Piss off with that headline. Can't be arsed with any of that today, please. But he's a dangerous player, man. He's playing well for them so far. Kovacic has had a lot of bad passes to him today in this game. Really difficult ones, right? Really putting him under pressure. And he's done well on most occasions to not lose the ball. And he scored 2 goals, so he's having a bloody brilliant game, Mateo Kovacic. Again, he's absolutely fine. Doku into the shimmy. Oh, great ball into Phil Foden. Oh, and he's just overhit it. It was a great idea by Doku. And that is just that little emphasis on just cool it. If he gets that pass right, and he's so close to getting it right as well, Doku. It's a good idea. It's great run. Wing play from Doku. That's brilliant. A good ball into Foden. The idea was good. Just that extra bit of weight was on the pass that kept that ball running all the way through to Leno rather than slowing down so Foden can get a shot away or a cross. You know, it's that's what we're talking about with Doku. It's just that little, just cool your jets, mate, when you get into these positions that are so brilliantly and self-manufactured as well. Do you know what I mean? You're doing it yourself, mate. You're doing the hard part. No one else can do what you do. You know, beating players with ease, making it look like you're a man playing against boys at times with your dribbling ability. But the cross that comes into the box has just got to be better. Bernardo Silva with a back heel there. What was he doing there, Bernardo? And here come Fulham the other way. Bassi, of all people, bringing it forward down the left wing. And it's a great ball over the top to Iwobi, who cushions it back. And Kovacic gets back there and sends Gundogan away. City can mount a counter-attack of their own if Gundogan plays a right ball here. Taking his time to do it. Fucking hell, Gundo, mate. Get that ball into Haaland. The run was on. Bernardo was there on the right. And Bernardo before that, a minute ago, with a little back heel on the touchline. I'd rather give the ball away. Don't give them the opportunity to hit us on the counter-attack because they're wasting no opportunities, Fulham, coming forward the other way. It's a dangerous game, this. It's I would argue it's on a knife edge a little bit at the minute because Fulham look dangerous. But so does City. When we come forward, we look like we could get a goal any minute. Come on, we've got to get that third. Walker and Adama Traore here. This is a battle of the 8. Oh, Adama Traore has absolutely done him. He's done him. And Ederson saves us again! Ederson with a one-on-one situation. And I'm sorry, Kyle Walker. There you go, mate. The pace of Kyle Walker is gone. Yeah, absolutely gone. And Adama Traore just skinned him, mate, and had left him in his dust. So anyone who's wondering who's the quickest player in the Premier League still thinks it's Kyle Walker. Adama Traore just rinsed him, mate. Absolutely rinsed him. And it was a race from about the halfway line. Again, the point remains. A race from the halfway line in a one-on-one situation. Why is that happening? Why are we in one-on-one situations from the halfway line, lads? Come on. Kyle Walker showing his age there, lads. Like, oh, no. Ederson, mate. 2 unbelievable saves that are as good as Kovacic's goals for the circumstances of this game. Ederson's contribution to this game has been equally important to the same standards of Mateo Kovacic, preventing 2 goals at the other end of the pitch and Kovacic scoring 2 goals at the other end of the pitch. Ederson, absolutely sensational. He didn't come out that much either. I was surprised at how far Adama Traore was able to actually get into the penalty area. And you're thinking, surely. But that's the Jeremy Doku version of Fulham. No end product. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the fantastic work. You've beaten what is arguably the fastest defender, bar probably Van de Ven. I think he's probably the fastest defender in the Premier League. Van de Ven of Spurs. And it's 2-1 Arsenal. Martinelli's scored to turn it round. And we're hanging on a little bit. I take any win now. Forget what I wanted. I wanted convincing. We're clearly not getting a convincing win today. That's clearly not happening. But I would just, any win will do now. Because Arsenal have pretty much certainly going to win this game now. Liverpool have got the 3 points. Can we please get this win over the line by any means? Whatever's necessary, just get it done. If you have to defend Pep, accept it. And they're doing that right now, in fairness to them. We've got back into a defensive shape. We are expecting to defend now. Good. That's sensible. It's game management. You have to accept that you can't just attack your whole 90 minutes and not expect to concede chances. You've got to make the most of your chances, yes, and try to create as many of them as possible. Yes, but you're going to suffer at moments. Ooh, is he offside? Could still be 1-1. Oh no, he's not the player who scored though, is he? So surely he's not involved, is he? Well, looking at it VAR, so he looks onside, Martinelli, to me, but possible offside. I doubt it's going to be ruled out though. I haven't seen the goal. I just saw the celebration. But Fulham have the ball, and a lot of it right now. They are dominating, to be honest. The last 5 minutes has just been all Fulham. Lukic, bringing it forward. Gets it out here to Iwobi. He's got Tete coming round for the overlap. Back to Kearney. All the way out to Tete. Thinks about the cross. Doku getting into a good defensive position there to help out Gvardiol. Gvardiol's got to get back now. Diaz has got to come over. Gundogan's defending here. Kovacic is defending. Hanging on here, Blues. They're getting closer to the goal as we speak as well. Bassi, out to Anthony Robinson. Still looking at this, you know. We're still hanging on. He's onside. 1-0, 2-1, sorry. Ball down the line to Anthony Robinson just as they got... Oh, Rico stuck out a leg then. I thought he was going to give away a penalty. Come on, City. An opportunity to clear it again. Don't make the same mistake twice. It doesn't work, Doku. That little that movement you did wasn't going to work there, mate. Why have you done that there? Iwobi, bringing it forward. Tete. He tried his little shimmy, shimmy, yah, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay move in a moment where the defender's just going to keep sprinting. It's confirmed 2-1 Arsenal. Iwobi one-on-one with Gvardiol. Crosses in. Diaz clears it, but not for long unless Haaland can get hold of it. No, he doesn't. It's Bernardo Silva trying to win it back. Bassi's being closed down by Haaland. Oh, you were just praying for a little slip there or something, and Haaland was away. Oh, 20 more minutes of this at least. At least. Hanging on to Fulham here, man. Just like put some respect on Fulham's name after this game because they have come to play. You know, they have not sat back. They have at moments, but they've come forward very well and picked their moments wisely. And they've gone beyond picking their moments now. They're actually dominating the game in midfield. We're camped on the edge of our own box at the minute. Not quite on the edge of our box, but trying to push out now. I've got a little spot inside my nose, bloody killing me. Really itchy. Oh no, Iwobi, Gvardiol. Wow, I love that from Josko. Brilliant. Oh no, is he injured? No. He started rolling about. What's going on? He's back on his feet, he's fine. Jesus, I thought I can't lose him. We can't lose him. We've got no Ake. He looks tired, mate. He looks tired. He's played so much football lately, Josko Gvardiol. He looks knackered. He was puffing and panting then. They're growing in confidence in this game. They really are. Ball in. Walker. Talk between you. Edison's ball. Yeah. I thought Walker was just going to fucking do something silly then. Oh. Kovacic. City have got the ball, right? Good. Let's keep it. Let's play our game. Let's keep the ball. Keep the ball for a bit. Let's wear them down. Sorry, guys. My stomach's rumbling. I was going to see if I can make it to the end of the game, but I need another Pringle. I'll do it that way again. I'm going to hurt my lip. Doku. Going away from Goal back to Ruben Diaz now. That's going to be played on many highlight reels. The Kyle Walker losing the foot race with Adama Traore. Not many times you're going to see that. But it's a real indication of his age now, you know. You can't expect to be that quick forever, mate. He's like well into his 30s now. And Adama Traore was... it wasn't even close, to be honest. He absolutely did him. Like by a number of yards as well. I'm on the sour cream and chive. A whole host of substitutions coming here from Fulham. Isa's not happy. Isa is not happy with you, Stefan. Ball across. No! What a block from Josko Gvardiol. The defending is abysmal, man. Rico's having a mare down that side. He's really struggling. Every time it goes down that side, I'm shitting myself. The ball in was so painfully slow, and it's so many City players just watched it just go past them. And it ends up to, I think it was Raul Jimenez's shot, but Gvardiol at the back post just threw himself in front of it and gets the block in. With a sensational bit of defending from Josko Gvardiol again. Just now, Ruben Diaz has gone straight over to him. Double high five. Not one. 2 high fives. And a hug. Bit of Pringle fell out my face, Dan. Did you see that? Caught it. Bit of a Paul Merson moment, that. Well, it wasn't a tooth, actually. It was a piece of Pringle, but nearly 2-2. See that? My lips were like a frog. Like, not getting away from me, you piece of Pringle. You want to see McAtee? I'm surprised you want to see McAtee, mate. I don't want to see him. I love him. I'm excited for his future. I just don't want to see him on this pitch right now. I don't think this is the game for him. It's a high-pressure game, and I feel like he comes on the pitch with nerves a lot of the time. I feel like he's a quality player there. Ball to the back post, Southampton. Arsenal deal with it. Castagna has come onto the pitch for Fulham. I've missed their substitutions. John Stones coming onto the pitch for Phil Foden. And there you go. There's a real indication of Pep. And I applaud Pep Guardiola for that substitution, because that is recognising that not too arrogant, not too naive. That shows humility. Another bit of Pringle. Fucking hell. What's wrong with my mouth? I'd like to eat it, please. Stones onto the pitch for Phil Foden. That's a defensive substitution if I've ever seen one. Which is a real indication that he's recognised that we are in danger of dropping points again. And we could go 3 Premier League games without a win. And that's the narrative that they will spin. Even if we draw the game, people aren't going to say, oh, City undefeated. They ain't going to look at it like that. Let's win the game, and then we'll talk about undefeated. But winning is much better than not losing. Much better. Which is why I still maintain to this day I can't stand the argument of what's better, the invincible season or the 100-point season. It's not even. It's a ridiculous debate. It's a ridiculous debate, because you could get relegated and still not lose a game. You go down. You need 40 points to stay up, to be super safe. You draw every game, you get 38 points. And you can still go down. Oh, we're undefeated though. 100 points, mate. Like, that requires wins, and lots of them. Lots and lots and lots of wins. Oh, fucking hell, Southampton, have they just hit the post, or is that a David Raya save? Oh, they've hit the post. Jammy fuckers, aren't they, Arsenal? Fulham coming forward again. Bernardo Silva's now playing right back. Rico Lewis is just... What is he doing now, Rico? Well out of position, mate. Well out of position. John Stones has come across to cover. Help Bernardo Silva a little bit. Rico's just about back in position, but he's coming forward. I think John Stones has gone right back. Ball in. John Stones at the near post clears it with his head, but it's coming straight back in a minute. If Adama Traore, keeps hold of it, but he just boots it all the way back to Leno. We're hanging on here, mate. We're hanging on. And I'm thinking there's far too much time on the clock to be playing football like this. But, I mean, could we mount a counter-attack, potentially? Have we got the players to do it? Only Haaland and Doku really make me think there's any counter-attacking possibilities in this team. They're the only two with any speed left on the pitch, really. Obviously Kyle Walker, but he's not going to bring it forward, is he? Anderson. Lukic. Smith Rowe. Anderson back out to Castagna. Down the line, Fulham looking good here. They're playing good football. Into Doku's shin though. Haaland win that, mate. Make it your... Haaland, mate. That was there to be won there, man. You get stuck in there, man. What was that? That was there to smash him. You smash him, mate. Take him out. Go in. That had to be won there by Haaland. There was a real opportunity there and he didn't go in. Kovacic bringing it forward. Here's the counter-attack I wanted. Kovacic bringing it forward. Get City into their half, but Doku slows it down. Fulham get back. And City don't even send anyone forward. Rico joining the attack a little bit half-heartedly. And City just trying to keep hold of the ball here. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Membership link is in the description below. Do we know how close Bob is to return to playing? I don't, but the initial reports was it's as good as a leg break can be. Do you know what I mean? It's like a small fracture. So it's hopefully this year, as in not calendar year, this season, but likely to be early 2025. That's best case scenario. But here's Doku. Shot! Ah, Jeremy Doku! He smashed one in! Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay! Onto his right foot, and he smashes it past Bernd Leno. And Manchester City look like we're getting all 3 Premier League points. Jeremy Doku with an absolute thunder bastard. Don't you just love it? Jeremy Doku. Oh, buzzing. Oh, love it. Love it from Doku. There's the end product. There's the end product. Out of nothing. Out of absolutely nothing. Manchester City make it 3-1. Hey, good ball from Edison. Haaland's hold-up play was fantastic. Nods it down into Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis then drags it over to the left side of the pitch towards Doku. Doku just starts driving towards the goal. Little shimmy, shimmy, yah. And then fucking belts it into the top corner. Bernd Leno's diving the other way, and I think the ball must have had some waz on it. He put some real swaz on that there, Doku. Because Bernd Leno's like fucking all over the place. All over the place. Let's see this. Yeah, the curve on that ball, it bends like that away from Bernd Leno, and Doku makes it 3, and that's more relief. I feel relieved more than anything. And Doku doing popping a little gritty there as well. Love that, Jeremy. Impact substitution of the highest caliber for Jeremy Doku. Nearly at 300 likes, 3 away, and there's well over 600 of you watching, so please get those likes up and help me. Oh, fuck off. Fulham are in. John Stones clears it. I mean, how... We've just gone 3-1 up. We've just gone 3-1 up. And straight from kickoff, Fulham are in, getting a cross in. Have we learnt nothing from I mean, the last year and a half, really? The last year and a half, man. Hey, Fulham should be 2-2 though. There's that chance for Adama Traore. It's a poor finish. Edison does well there, just stands up, doesn't commit, waits for Adama Traore, doesn't go to ground, doesn't pick a side, just stands there, Edison, and that's this. That's a game of chicken. You're playing chicken with Adama Traore. You stare into his eyes, mate. You wait for the commitment from the attacker. You don't commit, and he didn't. Shows big balls, that big Brazilian balls from Edison there. To not drop to his arse and give a little dink option or fall to one side, go round the keeper, brilliant from Ederson, and he's won us the fucking game, Ederson has. He's won us the game. I know Kovacic has scored 2, Doku scored a brilliant goal as well, but Ederson at the other end of the pitch has been sensational. Absolutely sensational goalkeeping performance in this game. 2 moments that are so important to this game. Bloody Nora. Apologies to anyone called Nora. Alanis. Haaland, Grealish, Silva and KDB shouldn't start. Doku, Savio, Foden. So run defenders, 50 min in. Put Haaland, Grealish and Silva and KDB to kill the game. I don't agree with some of that, to be honest. Haaland's got to start every game for me. He's got to start every game. Just because of his goal threat. He might not score in this game, but I mean, I feel like Haaland's got to start every game, Alanis. I feel like De Bruyne being back, if he's fit, you know, if he's the fully fit De Bruyne, he's also got to start for me just because of his ability. Gundogan, mate, what are you doing? Fucking nearly caused a problem there. Gundogan, Kovacic has not cleared it. Ruben Diaz steps in, he's not cleared it. Kovacic is doing his best to give Fulham a goal here. We all are, to be honest. Every City player's going. We're shooting that way, lads. Well, they're fucking all facing the wrong way and taking the ball closer towards Ederson on the edge of our box. Jesus. I was shouting that to our team this morning. We lost 15-3. And they're 8-year-olds. 7 and 8-year-olds. We're shooting that way, lads. That was a legit shout, though. But like, this is obviously a game of Premier League football. I feel like we shouldn't be shouting which way we're shooting. But yeah, no, I appreciate the super chat, Alanis. I really do. But Grealish and Silva are up for debate for me. I feel like they should start some games. But I wonder if Pep considered this, let's say, I mean, Arsenal was our biggest game of the season so far. Grealish did not start. So, you're wondering, lovely play from Doku there. I mean, fuck me, Jeremy Doku with some unbelievable dribbling. And then he sent Haaland away, Jeremy Doku on the halfway line there. Haaland one-on-one with Bassi, onto his right foot. Haaland out to Bernardo Silva. Haaland, Bernardo, mate. You've just, what a horrible pass to the goalkeeper that was. An opportunity for Bernardo Silva. Haaland should have had a shot with his right foot, to be honest, but he did the unselfish thing, trying to tee up Bernardo Silva, and you will not be getting a second opportunity like that, Bernardo. When Haaland's got the ball on the edge of the area, and he's got the goal in front of him, he shoots. You've just witnessed an anomaly, a shooting star, a rarity of moment from Erling Haaland to pass the ball in a shooting situation, and you fluffed it, Bernardo. You didn't even connect with the ball. You passed it to Bernd Leno from an opportunity. You've got to be drilling that, mate. You've got to be absolutely getting your laces through it and smashing that. And Haaland's like fuming. He's fuming. He will not be passing that ball again, I tell you, next time he's shooting. But 3-1, 3 minutes to go. Surely we've won this game, Blues. Surely. Oh. Ball in. Fulham! It's 3-2. It's 3-2. Muniz has come off the bench to score to make it 3-2. And this game is not done. This game is not done. And I'm fucking... This team, man. How many warnings? I'm thinking Haaland and Bernardo Silva 2 minutes ago should have made it 4-1. How many warnings do we need, Blues? This has got 3-3 written all over it now. With plenty of time. The space in the middle of the box, man. Muniz just stands still, waits on the penalty spot, ball cut back to him. He's got about a 5-yard radius of space around him and he can control it on the penalty spot, control it, turn and have a shot, and it clips John Stones and flies into the top corner, but I think it was going in anyway. Absolute killer. Sanjeev, Silva should no longer start on the wings. I agree. I don't agree. I'd never really... Arsenal have made it 3. Killing the game. Finishing off Southampton, while Manchester City have made the game incredibly difficult for ourselves. With what I imagine is going to be 4 minutes, 5 minutes of injury time. Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's played the full 90 as well, Pep. He's got Savinho on the bench and he's played Bernardo Silva, witnessing this. I can't believe... Haaland wins the ball. Doku's got it. Free kick. Oh, come on. Fucking thought he wasn't going to give it a... Oh, God. But Jeremy Doku there. He's come on, been brilliant. He's come on, not just the goal either, mind you. The actual dribbling ability, some of his decisions has been wise from Jeremy Doku. Sanjeev, thanks for that super chat. I agree with your point as well, by the way, that Silva should not be starting on the wings. Arguably, should he be starting at all? Because his form... Listen, we can't talk about players in such a tunnel vision and such a short-sighted point that they have a bad game, so therefore they should never play again. Or we shouldn't look at it the other way, too open and too, just vague and say, wow, Bernardo Silva's a very good player. We know what he's capable of, so therefore he should play every game. And we've got to look at the recent form. The last 5 or 6 games of Bernardo Silva has been nowhere near to the best of his ability. He's not been playing his best football. Last season he was brilliant. I think he's a brilliant player. Over multiple years of evidence of Bernardo Silva being sensational. We've all got that readily available, that evidence. It's there. And we know what he's capable of. But he's not playing well right now. So Pep needs to recognise that and just give him a few games off. Just little kick up the backside. That's all he needs. Just little moments to say, look, mate, you've not been playing well. I'm going to have to drop you. Let's see what you do in training. Prove me wrong. Go into training. Work harder in training and make me pick you. Because obviously there's something Bernardo's doing in training that keeps him putting him on this pitch, because Savinho... I've seen enough of Savinho this season to see that he brings something else that we are in dire need of. Like that freshness, that little bit of that spark, energy. And Doku's come onto the pitch and provided exactly what we needed. And I mean, he hasn't won the game for us yet. He hasn't won the game because there's minutes remaining and Fulham have got the ball. They're still in their own half, but it's a good ball into the middle of the pitch. Kovacic tried to foul. Kearney bringing it forward. Iwobi down the right-hand side. This has got 3-3 written all over it. Come on. Into the penalty area. Ball in! Fucking cleared. Cleared by Mateus Nunes, who's onto the pitch, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Mateus Nunes came on for Gundogan. I forgot to mention that while I was getting annoyed about Fulham making it 3-2. But, mate, come on. Corner ball to Fulham. How are we hanging on here, lads? We had the game won. It was done. We've not had a great day at the office, but we'd won the game. It was done and dusted. You've just switched off again. Corner ball. Ball in. Won by Anderson. Gvardiol trying to see it out. It's not going out. It's going to be a corner. He's won the free kick. Josko. He's fucking brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant, Josko Gvardiol. He's absolutely sensational. And what a player he's turned into, man. Arsenal look like they're about to make it 4. No, very nearly did. 9 minutes of injury time at the Emirates. Though they are 3-1 up, I don't feel like they're worrying quite to the extent we are. And obviously this goes down to goal difference as well, doesn't it? How many do they need to score for the league table to change, as in for Arsenal to overtake us? I think they need a few more than this, don't they? They might get it. We're on the exact same goal. They need one more goal. If Arsenal score again, they go ahead of us. They need one more goal, Arsenal. Edison's been booked. Referee's coming over. He's booking Pap, I think. I think he's booked Pap. Pap being his usual sarcastic self. Yep, Guardiola. Little Guardiola, yellow card. Come on, City, please. I really wanted to talk about this game in a more positive light, but there's so many problems. So many problems are still there. You know, we've won the game, and I know people are going to be like, oh, what's the matter with you? We've won the game. Mate, if you've not watched the game properly, Fulham have been 20 minutes of domination from Fulham in this second half. We fucking hit them on the break. We hit them with a sucker punch to make it 3-1. That was right in the middle of their big, strong passage of play where they were dominating. They've got the goal. They deserve to make it 3-2. 2 balls on the pitch. I think there's a joke in there, but it wasn't quick enough. Right, 30 seconds remain, plus there was a bit of that yellow card for Ederson and Guardiola. I imagine this is going to be more like 5 minutes and 30 seconds at least added on. There's still time for Fulham. Rico steps in. Well intercepted by Rico, and he's driving forward looking for that corner flag. And he's going to win a free kick. He does. Rico Lewis with his best contribution of the whole game, in truth. Right there in the final moments of the game. Could well have won Manchester City the game with that interception. Drives forward, wins the free kick. He's not had a good game, Rico. He's not done well. Positionally, all over the place. And I mean, you can blame a little bit of that on Pep, to be honest. But ultimately, he's done the right thing there. And, drove forward. He could have played it inside to Haaland, but came forward. Bernardo Silva's been booked for something. Don't know what. I mean, that team did have Rodri fit. De Bruyne fit. So, right now, it's a different team because there are different players available. Seconds remain. Referee blows his full-time whistle and we've got the 3 points in the bag. Let's finish watching this Arsenal game because there's 5 minutes remaining of that, so we might as well stick around and watch the rest of this because Arsenal could well overtake us if they score and they've got a corner and they look like they're going to get the goal they want, and we could lose our second place. And I mean, today I would argue we deserve to win just. But Arsenal going 1-0 down and responding like they have pretty emphatically. We're in a massive title race here, Blues, aren't we? We are in a proper title race, more than it's felt since last season. We were a bit condescending to Arsenal last season, but they've demanded our respect, and I think we have to give it them because they're going to take us to the wire at least this season. Ball in from Declan Rice. Let's make the screen a bit bigger. Actually, let's move it down here. So, the game at City's finished 3-2. Arsenal and Southampton still playing. Going to pop that down here for me. I mean, Southampton look more like damage limitation at the minute. 4 minutes remain with the Arsenal game. And 1 goal from Arsenal sends them above Manchester City. And at the minute, we're ahead of them on goals scored, which would be a poetic way for the season to finish in that way, as long as we overtake Liverpool, of course, who are ahead of us on points. And I wasn't that impressed by Liverpool today, by the way, watching them at Palace. I felt like Palace should have had a penalty. I felt like they had multiple chances to score. Crystal Palace did. And I felt Liverpool were not, again, not really impressed by Liverpool. Arsenal, for me, are still the number one threat to Manchester City's chances of winning a 5-peat. But here come Arsenal. 3 minutes, or 2.5 minutes to go. Trossard driving 2-on-2. Martinelli's been sent forward. It's been right to the byline. Toe bunged across. Ramsdale keeps the cross from going to Trossard. And it's still 3-1. Ooh. Still one. I mean, they're getting closer and closer, Arsenal. What's the next fixture list, right? Have they got any difficult fixtures coming up? Because I swear they've played us. Other than that, I've felt like every time I see Arsenal fixtures, I'm like, they're going to batter them. Have they got any difficult ones? Because every time they've had a difficult game, they've dropped points. Brighton at home was the only one that springs to mind, and they dropped points. City dropped points. I mean, Villa away, actually, that was a good result, but they should have dropped points down, man. Ollie Watkins fucking missed 2 sitters in that game. Should have been 2-0 to Villa before Arsenal even scored. They got lucky in that game. But you could argue we rode our luck in this game today against Fulham. We really did. Southampton looking to respond. But yeah, the fixtures. Let's have a look at where Arsenal playing next. Because we've got a reasonable run of fixtures coming up. I mean, reasonable. No games are easy. But winnable, let's say. And City have just equalled, by doing what we did today, a club record of 30 league games unbeaten. Wow. I mean, if we get to 38, I'm sure if we got to 38, that should go down, is it? Because it's not over the course of one season. But 38 games unbeaten would be a season's worth of games. So we could sort of like do them in a little bit that way. Oh, Southampton looking for a goal there. Right, blow your whistle now, ref. This'll do. Arsenal away to Bournemouth next week. Ooh, that's not easy. 5:30 kickoff. Bournemouth, okay. They can score goals. Bournemouth. I feel like they're a dangerous side on their day. They can score goals, but at the other end, they're fucking leaky, man. Like they're not. Yeah, I can't see much happening there. But you never know. You never know. Who've Liverpool got? Chelsea. But we don't play till the Sunday away to Wolves, of course, which is we lost there last season. We struggled last season there, and they're playing really bad though. Wolves right now, really bad. So I feel like surely that's got to be 3 points. You know, go there and dominate. After the international break as well, it'll be. So you're hoping that's a Manchester City side that contains Kevin De Bruyne, who once upon a time scored 4 goals in the first half, and there goes the full-time whistle at the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Southampton 1, Manchester City at the Etihad have beaten Fulham, winning the game 3-2. A little bit fortunate considering the chances Fulham spurned, in particular Adama Traore, but 2 wonderful, wonderful saves from Edison to win the game for Manchester City. I feel like that's so important what he's done. So good from our what's called our number 1 goalkeeper. He doesn't wear the number 1, but he is our number 1 goalkeeper. I mean, what a performance from Edison. What a performance from Kovacic to get the 2 goals. Doku's impact was fantastic. The rest of them, Ruben Diaz, I felt like he had a reasonable good game. I felt like his defensive positioning was a little bit off for their goal. A little bit more John Stones, to be honest, than Ruben Diaz in that situation. But I felt like in the first half, Ruben Diaz was pulling strings. But we've won the game, and that's all that really mattered. And we've got the 3 points, but we need to improve. I feel like we need to improve. We really do. Blues, and anyone who's not a Blue, thank you very much for joining me in this watch along. It's been a good one. We've got the game won, done and dusted. Come and join me for the match reaction. I'll do that as soon as I can. Matter of minutes, hopefully less than 5, and I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. But and player ratings tomorrow. If you can't join me for the match reaction, come and join me for that one. But yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It really helps. 3 points, job done. That's all that matters. Take care, Blues, and I'll see you in the next one.